something that a lot of Muslims, they're finding it very, very heart aching to say the least. And so I've decided to talk about this because wallahi, we need to talk about this topic. A lot of the brothers, they are under this misconception that we do not need to do anything with Al-Quds, Al-Aqsa Mosque. Why? Because voila, we do not have power, so forget about it. Today's video, I want to talk about that in light of the coming of the Mahdi, in light of coming of the end of time. Right now, as we speak, as I speak to you, dear brothers and sisters, there are 152 people, Palestinian people, they are being injured. The Israeli authorities, they have arrested at least 300 Palestinians, and this place where they stormed in, the Israeli forces, was controlled by the Muslim authority, the Palestinians. In other words, nobody gave the Israeli soldiers permission to enter into this site, but they entered forcefully and they violated the rights of the Muslims, as we have seen happening almost every year. What I remember from the year 2008, every year, dear brothers and sisters, in Ramadan, we hear this story that they are clashing, they are oppressing our brothers and sisters in Palestine. This is an ongoing thing, what they call clean or mow the lawn. This is the operation they dub it as mow the lawn, I think something like that. If you go to the Israeli soldier website, you will find the exact term, but this is what they do every year to clean the grass, okay, to make sure that there is no resistant movement popping up, there is nobody becoming, or a group becoming more organized in terms of resisting this oppression. They make sure that doesn't happen, and that this is why they go on the offensive every year, especially in the month of Ramadan. Subhanallah, they chose this holy month, this beautiful month, this month of repentance for the Muslims to be accepted by Allah Azza wa Jal, as a month to distract us, wallahi, to distract us from our worship. This is not the month when we want any trouble. No month, no month in calendar year is a month for, violence. We are the most peaceful nation ever existed on the face of the earth. Look at WW1, WW2, WW even 3 that we talk about in this channel. Are Muslims involved? Are Muslims fighting? No. Subhanallah. But they do this, and they put the Muslims in a very tough position. They make the Muslim look very, very miserable, and this is exactly what they're doing right now as I speak to you. So, Al-Aqsa, Al-Quds, crying. When I said in my other videos about liberating this place, okay, making this place or bringing this place under the control of the Muslims, I said in my other videos that this can be done only by the coming of the Mahdi. The situation that we are in right now, the Yahudi, they will have even more power than they have right now. Believe it or not, they have so much influence, even Russian war with Ukraine. They are saying we are going to cut ties, and in fact Naftali Bennett, he did not even talk to Vladimir Putin for a long time now. They are not communicating. Shows their influence, shows it matters, shows that they are going to support the West, US especially, and that Israel is a very, very powerful voice, and they matter. And why not? Can you imagine Israel? They do need Russian support. They do need Russian support to go into Syria, the Syrian airspace. If you enter Syria, you need permission from Russia, because Syria is like another Russia, part of Russia now. A lot of brothers, they have no problem with this. Wow, no problem. He supports Bashar al-Assad, and brothers are like, okay, no problem, Bashar al-Assad. So what? Putin is a good guy. I said this before, again and again. Putin is not a good guy. He's not our guy. A lot of people are talking about, praising him. Putin is not our guy. He is in Syria. So even though Israel, they do need this permission, and they do need Russian favor for them to be able to conduct airstrikes in Syria, nevertheless, now they're showing their back to the Russian. Does it mean they will stop going to Syria? No, absolutely not. Next time they go into Syria, Russia will not even know. And if Russia knows and does something, guess what? More sanctions. if not all-out war. So the point here is that the Yahudi, they are becoming more powerful and they will rise to power. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, that these people will be given a lot of power, a lot of strength. They will be the dominant force, and this is a test for them. Allah Azza wa Jal did not give this power to them only to glorify who they were, only to glorify their past, only to glorify who they were before, God's chosen, according to them, glorifying all of this past. This is why they are in power. According to the Yahudi, they are in power because God has chosen them. So Allah Azza wa Jal is like, yeah, go ahead and do that. You want to glorify yourself, yeah, go ahead and do that. But this is a test for you, do not forget. And Allah Azza wa Jal knows they will fail this test, because look at what they are doing with this power, with this strength. They're abusing it, against the Palestinian brothers and sisters. And saying that, I should also make mention, not all Israeli, not all Yahudi are the same. I said in the past, the only people who are in power, the Zionists, they are the one who are creating trouble. Not a lot of Yahudi, a lot of Jew brother, sisters, they're very, very good. They're very, very nice. They are sympathetic to the Muslims, but it is the leadership that are going against the Muslims, the Palestinians. So right now they're crying, dear brothers and sisters. Palestine is crying right now, and we have a responsibility to talk about this, to create awareness and make dua, because as I said, the coming of the Mahdi, when that will happen at the end of time, will the Muslim at that time they will be able to, inshallah, have a upper hand in Al-Quds, but right now they do not. That doesn't mean we should not make dua for them. This is the month we need to make dua. We should not be tuning into the news only, getting distracted from our main duty as Muslim living outside Palestine, you and me, which is making dua. We should not be distracted by that. But wallahi, dear brothers and sisters, things are changing. Things are not looking good for the Muslims. I said in my other video, and I've said before the WW3, the big fitan that will take place at the end of time, Muslims will feel the heat first. Yes, we will be the chosen people to be tested severely before the big fitan comes. Why? Because we are the only people who would be aided by Allah Azza wa Jal. So before Allah sends His aid, His nusra, to give victory to the Muslims, He is going to test us. There is no other way around it. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we know his sirah. When he was in Mecca, he was tested. He was tested over and over and over again. The Sahaba, all of them were tested, hatta zulzilu, until they will be shaken, right? And then the Prophet before him, they were also tested. And the people with the Prophet, they ask the Prophet, "O Prophet, when the Nasrullah will come?" Inna ala Nasrullahi qareeb. Indeed, the Nasrullah, the help of Allah is qareeb, is near. So dear brothers and sisters, I'm getting a little bit distracted with this mic, this announcement. It is time for us to break our fast for iftar, inshallah. I will not make it long, but I want to make dua as we hear the adhan of Maghrib. I'm going to go right now because we have to break fast, follow the sunnah, and inshallah we'll talk more on this topic in the coming days. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.